How much mortgage could you qualify for if you were just earning minimum wage? This week on the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast, I want to break down different wage brackets and the mortgage that you could afford with them.
This is the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast.
So great news for folks who earn minimum wage. As of October 1st in Saskatchewan, the minimum wage has gone from $14 to $15 an hour. Now, lots of folks out there think that because they're not earning a lot of money, they're not going to be able to qualify for a lot of mortgage. Throw that idea out the window. There are some great opportunities to get your foot in the door of real estate, even if you earn minimum wage. Also in this episode, I'll break down a few other income scenarios. Two people earning minimum wage, the average family income in Saskatchewan, and what you could qualify for as an upper middle class family here in the province. Apologies to the audio listeners of the podcast. This one is going to have a lot more visuals. A quick reminder that the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast is available on all podcast platforms, and full videos can always be found on YouTube.
All right, we're off to the internet to determine a broad range of what we could qualify for by earning minimum wage. Now, how do we calculate an annual salary if you're working an hourly rate? What we do in the mortgage business is times this by the amount of hours you're guaranteed per week, and there are 52 weeks in the year. Typically, full-time hours is 40 hours. So we take 15 times it by 40 times by 52, and that brings us to $31,200. Now, for this example, we're going to assume that the clients have saved up $5,500. For this example and all the examples I'm going to show you today, we are going to assume 0 monthly loans that these folks have to pay, including child support, auto loans, personal loans. If you did have these loans factored in, we would have to factor those into your debt servicing. But to give an apples to apples comparison, we are going to assume $0 on all of these, and assuming that you have good credit. So drum roll, please. If you're earning minimum wage, how much mortgage purchase price could you qualify for? We estimate you could afford a home up to $110,000. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. What the heck can you afford for $110,000 in Saskatchewan? But just to prove you wrong, let's go to Regina, our second major city here. I've gone to realtor.ca. Check this out. A 3-bed, 1-bath house, 929 square feet, listed for $90,000. Not too pretty from the front, but it's $90,000. Got a nice fireplace. Bathroom looks fairly decent. Kitchen looks like it's okay. I like the flooring. Yeah, it obviously needs a little bit of work, but the home can be bought for $90,000. And the point of this exercise is to open your mind to the possibilities that are out there. This is a major city in Saskatchewan, and you could afford a home earning $15 an hour. All right, let's shift gears into scenario number 2. Last time, it was just one person earning $15 an hour. Let's assume now we have a couple. They're both making $15 an hour, and they would like to buy the property together. So using the same math that we used before, if someone is earning $15 an hour at 40 hours per week, times by 52 weeks, that brings us to $31,200. If we times that, that brings us to $62,400. We're earning a little bit more money per year, and let's say that this couple has been saving for a little while. So instead of $5,000, let's up their down payment. Let's say they have around $15,000 available for down payment. Same as before, let's assume we don't have any loan repayments or credit card debt. And we assume they have a good credit profile. And we have our result. We estimate that two people making $15 an hour with no debt and good credit could afford a home worth up to $243,000. Now, what would be available in Saskatoon in that price range? Let's take a look. 412 Devonshire Crescent in Saskatoon, listed under what our budget was at $228,000. We have a half duplex available, actually listed by a good friend of the podcast, Napoleon Ebonite, wonderful realtor in Saskatoon. So let's see what our budget would look like if we had two people earning that $15 an hour. On the outside, looks very clean, nice open window, decent flooring. I like the open concept. And I think this was, before I go any farther, this was 4 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 980 square feet. If you were a young family, this would be a perfect starter home. And I do know Pacific Heights, even though it is on the west side of Saskatoon, Pacific Heights is a nicer area of the city, and you have these great little pockets of wonderful little houses. This seems like a very, very clean duplex. Nice kitchen, nice long hallway, very nice bathroom. For a starter family, this would be a wonderful property to get your foot in the door. Look at this, separate entrance, undeveloped basement suite. With a lot of the programs that are available, this could be a potential revenue property in the future for you. Really like it. Yes, if you're starting out, this would be a wonderful property to get into. So this just goes to show what's available for people. I think too often we get stuck in our mind saying, I can't afford, or I don't make enough money. In this case, is it realistic that someone has zero debt, zero loans? Not really, but we could factor that in. Maybe you don't qualify quite up to that 243,000 mark, but maybe you qualify for something in this $228,000 range. And then if it's just a matter of saying, hey, we need to collect $15,000 so we can get into this property and start building wealth, I think it's a wonderful strategy. Okay, so we've seen what you can make earning the bare minimum, $15 an hour, a couple both earning $15 an hour. Now let's take a look at a provincial average. Now, from a previous Google search, I found out that the average household income for a family in Saskatchewan is $99,800, just short of $100,000. Let's bump their down payment up a little bit again. Let's say down payment's now $20,000 minimum that they're coming to the table with, keeping in mind that for that primary residence, 5% is the minimum down payment. Same rules as before, zero loans, zero credit card debt, and we assume good credit profile. Estimated that we could afford a home up to $392,000. Now, staying on the theme of checking out some cities in Saskatchewan, we've seen Regina, we've seen Saskatoon. Let's see what's in Moose Jaw. All right, I set our parameters on realtor.ca. Minimum price range 350 up to 400,000, just over what we were looking at. But some nice looking homes. I really like Moose Jaw as a city personally. Very beautiful, lots of little cultural things. You got the Air Force Base close by and some great local tourism. So Moose Jaw is a wonderful city if you're not familiar with the province of Saskatchewan. But let's take a look at this duplex here, listed for just under $380,000. And you can tell, just super clean. I really like the design, the flooring, the painting. That kitchen is massive. You could have a ton of fun hosting parties here. Great family home. No problem living here. Super clean, very nice fixtures. You can tell this home has been really well taken care of. Lots of people happy to live here. Looks like a double detached garage on the back end there. Wonderful home. And this just kind of opens your mind of what's available in the province. And even for the average family, this is the property that you're looking to get into. Okay, for my last example, what I wanted to show you is what is possible for dual professional earners in Saskatchewan. So this is a lot of people that you know. We've got accountants, nurses, police officers, firefighters, folks who earn about $100,000 per year in income. And oftentimes these people marry themselves. So I would classify this as kind of like the upper middle class household in Saskatchewan. So let's say we have a combined household income of $200,000 per year. In this price range, we obviously probably have some assets. We're earning quite a bit of money. So let's assume we have a minimum down payment of $60,000. Now, in this section, I'll make a caveat. People who make lots of money are probably the most likely to have some sort of loan repayment or credit card debt. So this is going to probably be the least accurate on the list, but for sake of consistency, $0 for monthly loan repayments and a zero credit card balance. I know someone's listening to this or watching this right now saying this is totally inaccurate. And if you're mad at me about this, call me and I will run a scenario and show you exactly what we could qualify these people on, depending on how the loan and credit cards changed. Happy to adjust numbers. And okay, we're going to assume they have good credit. So what could they qualify for? A home worth up to $816,000. What does $816,000 buy you? Let's go to my old stomping grounds of Prince Albert to see what this price range gets you. Now, PA has a bad reputation when it comes to being one of the rougher cities in Saskatchewan, but talk about this beautiful house sitting on 5 acres just outside of Prince Albert. Price range $760,000. If this doesn't make you want to move to PA, look how gorgeous this is. This house is amazing. I would love to live here. Love the wood accents. A wood fireplace inside. Does it get any better than that? Beautiful kitchen. On those cold days when you have that amount of sunlight coming in, it makes it so much better. So if you're a person, you have 2 nurses, you have 2 accountants, these are just regular professionals who are earning, fairly standard income for a lot of folks who've gone to university and have a professional job. This is a home that is within their reach. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, the scenery of this property. That's one thing I love about northern Saskatchewan. As you get north of the North Saskatchewan River, amazing, I think it's geography or topography, where you have these beautiful trees and amazing forests, the wildlife. It is really beautiful country. Oh, wow. And I didn't even notice this on first passing. We have a really big shop attached to this property as well. So lots of land, a beautiful home, a shop if you're a tradesman. This is a fantastic property.
In my opinion, there is no better way to grow your wealth than through real estate. And I think there's still lots of opportunity for borrowers to get into the housing market. Keep in mind that everything I went through today is based upon applicants having no outstanding debt, full-time employment, and a good credit profile. I know that every scenario is a little bit different, which is why I would love for you to reach out to me so I can help you see what you qualify for in your specific real estate market. I would love the opportunity to discuss your personal situation. I have been brokering for just under 4 years now, and I specialize in helping homeowners optimize their mortgages. What does that mean? I assist borrowers with advanced mortgage strategies on top of simply just getting you the best rate. Things like power of the paycheck, rental cash damming, rental versus RESPs. Lots of brokers say they get you the best rate, but I also combine it with these wealth building techniques. If that sounds interesting to you, please book a call with me using the description in this video. Thanks for checking out this episode of the Saskatchewan Real Estate Podcast. If you liked it, if you found value here, please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Until next week, my name is Ron Caroni, your Saskatchewan mortgage professional. Bye for now.